Now that the Wrath of Lich King Classic has been out for around 2 months, plus one additional month of pre-patch, and I have played on it ever since the first day of pre-patch, I would like to compare it to its biggest competitor, Warmane's Wrath of Lich King, which I have been playing on actively this year too. Same World of Warcraft expansion, some minor changes on both compared to the original Wrath from some 15 years ago. This is my experience with Classic and Warmane, what I have seen, liked and disliked about both. I will try to be as objective as possible since I'm to this day still actively playing on both of them. If you agree, disagree, or have other experience, use the comment section and let us know. Let me start with the bad things I have encountered on Wrath of Lich King Classic, because I feel like many people don't quite understand that in 2022 the quality of private servers is way different than it was 10 years ago. As far as bugs and glitches in the game, to me it honestly seems like Warmane is way better scripted. From the casual player perspective, where you do your leveling through quests, normal and heroic dungeons, random battlegrounds and raid arena on low MMR, I have seen so much more bugs on Classic compared to Warmane. Things like it wouldn't count when I kept a flag. This happened to me once. It might have been because of some bug with the cross faction. Then a huge number of glitches with the add-ons on Classic. This alone makes me so frustrated. This has been an issue since the very first week, which is understandable. The add-on development takes time, but for them to be as bugged as they are even 7 weeks after the official release. So let me get this straight, for anyone still living in the past and saying, "Oh, you don't want the bugs? Then go play retail, go play Classic." Bull. Then we have the bots, or multi-boxers, or whatever those Death Knights and Battlegrounds are, that keep running together and using the same abilities via some script. I have fought these in 2 BGs back to back. Luckily they weren't on my team. Imagine having 5 DKs that are essentially useless and taking space for potential players in your group, and you keep losing because of that. Multi-boxing is a pretty big issue on Warmane too though, so this is not exclusive for Classic. The population on Wrath Classic is huge, no question. There's so many people playing. There's a big chance your friends will be playing there too. Oh, but wait, are they playing on the same faction as you? And are they even on the same server? Oh, your friend is American and you are European? Too bad, you can't play together. As you probably know, there's no cross-faction or cross-realm. That means you will only be able to play with the people on the same server and on the same faction. And it's not like there would be 2 or 3 servers. There are almost 50 servers across EU and US. So what's the chance your friends are gonna be playing on the same server and faction as you are? Pretty low. That's one of the things I like on private servers. You usually only have one realm for everyone. This might mean that your latency is worse, and I've never really had big issues with latency being from EU. I don't know how it is for the US players, for instance. On Warmane, you have 4 Wrath of Lich King realms to choose from, with each having a specific goal and attracting a specific group of people. On Classic, it's more like, choose this realm because you know somebody that is already playing there. Choose this one if you want high population. You can't enter that one because it's locked. Now transfer from here to there because your server died, and so on. Even the server selection on Classic is ridiculously unclear, and it is probably the one biggest decision you will make within the game, along with choosing a class to play. And you have to make the decision the very first time you log in. There's no changing it unless you want to pay money for it. It is also ridiculously pay to win, but real life is pay to win too. You can buy a character boost on the official shop, or you can pay a booster or use a boosting service from many websites that offer them. You can buy as much gold as you want from gold sellers. You can run GDKP raids where you get items for gold which you bought for real money. You can buy a carry and arena and get your desired arena rating with 0 effort. You can literally pay to someone else to play the game for you, as long as you have real life money. Now for the good things about Classic. Resolution, character models, portraits, they're beautiful. They look so much better than they did on Wrath of Lich King. Some of the add-ons we are used to from retail have been updated for the patch 3.4.0, so they are finally usable on Wrath of Lich King. However, since this is not the 3.3.5 patch on which Wrath of Lich King private servers run, most of the old Wrath of Lich King add-ons don't work, and many haven't been updated for 3.4.0. You get the Cataclysm rate frames by default. This single change makes me not want to go back to 3.3.5 servers. I'd miss these rate frames so much. There's so many people playing on Classic, so many great content creators, YouTubers, great PvPers to watch on YouTube. Although I consider the regen, the server distinction a huge negative, there's also an upside to it. You can choose to play on a PvP, PvE, RP server, you can choose to play on a German server, on Spanish server, etc. You can also transfer your character if you feel like you've made a bad decision, even though this transfer is a paid service. And finally, Classic is fresh. It is currently the freshest Wrath of Lich King you can get. Probably not for long though. Warmane's cons. Let's start with the toxicity. It is pretty bad, especially the Blackrock realm where you get people that can literally create a character and queue up for arena in a matter of seconds. There's nothing easier than creating a fresh character on Blackrock and getting into instances and then bashing other people about how bad they are. This realm is a magnet for PvP trolls. On Classic, you have to level on ×1 raids, build your reputation on your server, and it's not so easy to switch. So that automatically makes it so that people think about their actions first. Other than that, I see some toxic people, but I also see nice and helping people in the world and in instances across all Warmane realms. And let's be honest, people on the internet are toxic. They're not going to be nice to you if they don't feel like it, no matter what server or what game you play. Warmane is free to play. You don't have to subscribe. However, it is really easy to get an advantage for real money. Having an official shop with all the best in slot items, characters, mounts, or whatever you wish for makes paying super easy. The Frostmourne realm is a little bit of an exception and is less pay to win, but still, the instance PvP is cross-realm anyway, so you will face those that wish to pay to have an advantage over you. The future of Warmane is clear. It will stay on the Wrath of Lich King expansion forever. I don't see them doing anything else. So if that is the expansion you want to play in 2022, 2023, 2033 or 2050, chances are you will have your characters on Warmane, and of course you can start fresh on the Frostmourne realm every year in April. As for Classic, the future is uncertain. Are they going to stay on Wrath of Lich King forever? Or will they go to Cataclysm and onward? Maybe we get Legion Classic in 2026? Who knows? The official announcement about Cataclysm Classic probably won't come until few months before it will launch anyway. I have discussed a lot about Warmane in my prior videos, namely Warmane in-depth review that I made earlier this year, and many other videos including gameplays and so on, so I won't go too deep into what Warmane is like since I have talked about it already. There is no clear winner. You can't say Warmane or Classic is better. Each is better for a different consumer. It only depends on what you're looking for in a World of Warcraft server. These were my thoughts and experience playing on both. I still love to switch between them and I'm playing both for different reasons. But I would also like to hear from you. What do you think about Warmane and Wrath of Lich King Classic? Which one do you play on? Have you tried both? And what's your experience been like? Thanks for watching and see you on Classic, Warmane, Dragonflight or elsewhere.